Hello students, now let's see how to find out whether a given number is Armstrong number or not. So let's find out first what is the condition of an Armstrong number. Given a number, you call that number as an Armstrong number only if the sum of cube of the digits is equal to the number. For example, taking this example as 153. So the cube of the sum of the cube of digits. So what are the digits in this number? 1, 5 and 3. So the cube of the digits is 1 cube, 5 cube and 3 cube. When we find sum of the cube of the digits, the sum of the cube of the digits is equal to the number itself, then that number is called the Armstrong number. Let's see the code. Here in the code, we ask the user to input any number. For example, here the user enters the number in the variable n. Now by default, whenever the input function works, it takes in a value that is a string by default. To make it a number or to convert it into a numeric value, you have to convert it using integer or float functions. So here we write int. So this value is converted into integer. We are preserving this n, the value entered by the user, in another variable num, right. We take another variable sum is equal to 0 initially. In the while loop, we go as the same way we use to reverse the digits of the number. So while n is not equal to 0, so we have to extract the digits basically. As we discussed, to extract the digits, what do we have to do is, we have to constantly divide this number by 10. When we divide this number by 10, we get two values. One is quotient and the other is remainder. Right. When we divide 153 by 10, we get the quotient as 15 and the remainder as 3. So we get our first digit. We can always extract from the last digit, right. So here we get 3, remainder is equal to n mod 10. So we get 3. So what we are doing here is sum is equal to sum plus r. This is exponent, operator for exponent. So we find r cube and add it to sum. So sum was initially 0. Now sum becomes r cube, 27, right. In the next statement, what we do is num n is equal to n by integer division 10. Now initially our number was 153. So when we divided, we got the quotient as 15. Now we'll take this quotient as the new number. So what we have to do in the next iteration, we have to divide 15 by 10 and we have to go as long as this quotient becomes 0. So when we divide 15 by 10, again our quotient is, we get quotient and we get a remainder, right. Quotient 15 by 10, we get quotient as 1 and the remainder as 5. So in the next iteration, the value of r becomes 5. Then sum is equal to sum plus r to the power of 3. So we got 5 as the r. So 5 ka cube, right, 125 is added to sum. Sum was 27. So now sum is 27 plus 125, right. And in the next step, we are doing n is equal to n integer division 10. So what is n? Basically your number, your quotient. The quotient, it was 153, 153 became 15. Now 15 is again divided by 10. After that we got quotient 1. So now in the next iteration 1 will be divided by 10. Again we will get a quotient as 0 and remainder will be obtained as 1, right. So remainder may, once we get r is equal to 1, what are we going to do is r ka cube, we have to find r cube is 1. Sum was 27 plus 125 plus 1 and n is equal to n by 10. So 0 by 10 is 0. So we have to iterate this loop only till n is not equal to 0. Now that n has become equal to 0, we will come out of it. Now if, and then we check, why did we had this, save this value in num? Because now we have to check if this original value entered by the user is exactly equal to sum, then it's an Armstrong number, otherwise not. For example, if we run this code, we are asked to enter a number. If the number is 456, so when we take the number 456, So what do we have to do is we have to check 4 ka cube plus 5 ka cube plus 6 ka cube. Is it equal to 456? You check yourself. Is it equal to 456? No. 4 ka cube plus 5 ka cube is plus 6 ka cube is not 456. So we print here not an Armstrong number. Let's take 153. Now when I entered 153, you see that it's an Armstrong number.